Hi there and welcome to Watch It Played. My name is Rodney Smith and in this video we're going to learn the 2 to 4 player game, Heist, One Team, One Mission, designed by Rob Davio and published by Meglable USA and also distributed by University Games, who helped sponsor this video. You and your team are trying to pull off the heist of the century. Crack a safe full of gold in 5 minutes or less and walk away with $50 million in cash. You'll need to work together and work quickly to get this job done, so join me at the table and let's learn how to play. Before your first game, you'll need to install 3 AA batteries that are not included into the bottom of the electronic talking safe. That's right, this game comes with an electronic talking safe. Now lift the lid and put the 12 gold bars into these 12 spaces. I already have some of them in here already. And then set the lid back in place. The safe is put in the center of the table within reach of all the players, but try not to press down on the lid during play. This will slowly be rising up, and if you press down on it, it could stop it from releasing the gold at the end of a successful job. Now, by the side of the safe labeled as the Money Man, set the money into 3 piles sorted by amount: $1 million, $3 million, and $5 million. Next, put these 8 tools somewhere so they're in reach of all the players. There's a flashlight, headset, explosives, map, goggles, laptop, drill, and gloves. And that's the setup. In Heist, you and your team will take on different roles as you work together to crack the safe. Throughout the job, a boss will be giving you orders through the electronic talking safe, and it's up to you to follow them as quickly and accurately as possible. You'll only have 5 minutes to grab as much as you can, but be careful. Make too many mistakes and you'll raise the alarm, which alerts the police and puts an end to your heist. To begin though, each player chooses which of the 4 roles they want to be. There's the Money Man, the Explosives Expert, the Hacker, and the Lookout. If you have fewer than 4 people playing, you can play the game with only 2 or 3 roles, or someone can decide to play as multiple roles at the same time if you like, which will increase the difficulty for them. But you must use at least 2 roles, though you don't need to use any ones in particular. It's just best, though, to have players seated next to the side of the safe that has their role on it. Turn on the safe using the on-off switch located here at the bottom. If it's already on but in sleep mode, which it will go into after it's left alone for a while, then just press any button on the side to wake it up.
All right, quick in, quick out, nobody gets hurt. Select roles.
As you just heard, the boss will then ask everyone to select their roles, and to do this, just push the buttons on the sides of the safe that correspond to the roles that players have chosen for this game, and again, it doesn't matter which ones you pick. For example, to set up a 2-player game using the Money Man and the Explosives Expert, you would press these 2 buttons, and when you're done, just wait a moment to confirm that those are the only roles you'll be using. If 2 roles aren't selected within the first 5 seconds, the boss will ask you again, and if this happens a second time, the safe just goes back to sleep. But here I'll select the roles and show you what would happen.
Money Man. Explosives Expert. Level 1. Press any button for the next level.
After choosing your roles, the boss will ask you to select a difficulty level, and there are 5 different levels to choose from, with level 1 being the most forgiving and level 5 being the most challenging. At level 1, the game ends if you make 4 mistakes, and at higher difficulty levels, the game ends after only 3 mistakes. To advance a level, you press any button.
Level 2. Press any button for the next level.
We'll play on level 3, pressing the button one more time.
Level 3.
And when you're on the correct level, just wait a moment and the game will begin.
Ready? Let's go. Explosives Expert.
I'll turn this off so I'm not talking over him, but during the game, the boss will be calling out instructions that you have to follow. Follow them incorrectly, and the boss will find out, reducing how much money you collect, and also possibly alerting the police. Now, there are 5 main types of instructions, so let's go over them now. The boss might, for example, tell the players to get a specific tool. And the boss will always say which role should be collecting that tool. For example, he might say,
Explosives Expert, get the goggles.
In which case, the Explosives Expert's player must grab the goggles from wherever they are on the table and put them on their side of the safe.
Money Man, get the gloves.
Another order may tell you to pass a tool to a certain role. And in that case, the boss will never say who currently has the tool, only where the tool should go. For example, if the boss says,
"Pass the gloves to the explosives expert,"
then whoever has the gloves must quickly pass them to the explosives expert. Later in the game, you may be told to trade one tool for another.
"Trade the explosives for the drill."
Those players now need to pass each other the mentioned items, but the boss will never say who has either of the tools, so hopefully you've been keeping up. Sometimes the boss will tell you to use a tool.
"Use the goggles."
Whoever has that tool must push their role's button on the safe. At the higher difficulty levels, you may be asked to use two tools at the same time, in which case both players must push their buttons simultaneously in order to succeed at the task. The boss will never say which player must use the tool, so this is where you will find out if you've been following the orders correctly up to this point. Because if the wrong player pushes their button, or if the right player doesn't push it soon enough, then you've made a mistake. And again, make too many mistakes and the heist is over. But the boss will announce when you have only one mistake left to make.
"Careful, one more mistake triggers the alarm."
If the right player had the right tool and pushed their button in time, then the boss will tell you to grab a certain amount of money.
"Grab $1 million."
The money man, or whoever is sitting closest to the money supply if you don't have a money man role, will then take that amount and add it to your spoils. Early on, you'll be grabbing $1 million at a time, but as you get further into the job, you'll soon be told to grab $3 million and then $5 million. A perfect heist with no mistakes will get you a cool $50 million in addition to the gold that's inside the safe. The boss may also say,
"Everyone press your buttons now."
when this happens, everyone has to push their buttons at the same time in order to succeed. As the game continues, the safe will gradually begin to open, so be careful not to accidentally press down on it during play. If you make it all the way through the heist, the safe will open and you'll get the gold and any money you were awarded.
"You have broken into the vault and won."
The early levels are quite easy and ideal for playing with your kids, but the higher levels increase the challenge quite a bit. Now, if you're able to complete the game at level 5, then you'll get the option to play again at the hidden and extremely difficult level 6. This level includes a new command.
"All players change roles."
This requires the players to get up and move to the seat of the player on their left. The bonus level will remain unlocked until you switch the batteries or if you turn the box off. And remember, you can just let the box go to sleep. You don't have to turn it off if you want to keep that 6th bonus level unlocked. Otherwise, that's how you play Heist, one team, one mission. If you have any questions about anything you saw here, feel free to put them in the comments below, and I'll gladly answer them as soon as I get a chance. You'll also find forums for discussion, pictures, other videos, and lots more over on the games page at Board Game Geek, and I'll put a link to that in the description below. And if you found this video helpful, please consider giving it a like, subscribing, and clicking that little bell icon so you get notification anytime we post a new video. But until next time, thanks for watching.